Right, my boys, welcome back. Stream is on. Check is okay. And yeah, today is a good day to vibe because I would not even be mad. Hey, Catty, please behave. This is not the tag battle stream. We have runs before. What are really hard as well. Tag battle right now for this stream is not super short stream before the tag battle. These grunts are really hard as well. I think what I realized is that Era is making this fight. That's why I was not feeling that too much in the regular run. There was some inconsistent stuff, but talking about on here. Yeah, this is not tag battle stream. You have to prep the tag battle for a while. Got a notification. Okay. Yeah, the 3 grunts before the tag battle are also not free because the entire top side of Mount Pyre is what is fucking hard. Outspeeding stuff is usually not possible. It's a pretty unfair, I would say it's a pretty unfair yeah, situation, obviously. But we managed to make this fights pretty consistent. I would say pretty consistent. Because I think there is some small inconsistent stuff in this fight, or like in this fights, what we can't play around. It's just sadly not. Okay. We have Don Fan. As a lead for the first fight, we have Citrus Berry Kingdra. We only need a small amount of damage on one Pokemon, exactly like Magnus. We have Bold Nature Meganium, and we have Crocodile with. There's a. I was thinking about changing the nature from, by the way, making it tanky. For a small spoiler, my move is always killing the AI Pokemon anyway. But you will see. It's actually stupid that changing the nature would even make this more feature. Even we would be more tanky. So yeah, let me export pretty quickly the team. Check out pretty quickly. Ranges. Permanent Tailwind is already on in the card. It's really important. And even we have only 3 fights. Let's play slowly, slow. I think in EK you have like 4 fights here in total, I would say, on Pyre. But this is a small test before. This is a small test, basically. Yeah, it's hard enough to say this is a test, by the way, because these fights are really hard. Like even tag battle. Then you have the Magma. You're not getting a break in this game. can understand that some people really lost their mental. Like, yeah, we have to keep in mind that I was only 47 days in this game is actually insane. Imagine you're playing like for over 1 year, typing in. It is for sure going on the map. For sure. Okay. We have only 4 months to fight. It's fine because we need for some months more than 1 month. And yeah. Taking the stuff again. Okay. This is enough. Okay. Yeah, this is the small test before the magma hideout. And then you have in the magma hideout the small test before the hell room. Before you're fighting basically one of the hardest single battle fights in the... I would consider Tabitha is the hardest. One of the hardest fights in the entire game. I think this Deathless will be for sure, even with my rule set, because remember this game was beaten some weeks ago in a one vertical reset run without sandbox. That is actually incredible, my respect. But I personally don't know how the fights was based run. I was not checking the run, but just beating it. It doesn't really matter in which way. It absolutely doesn't really matter, because I don't think you can fraud every single fight. The game is way too long for that. You have like, I don't know exactly the number, but you have like over. You have a 1 chance to wipe. You can technically say you would fight number 1% in. Like, that would be the thing if you think like that, odds-wise. But, yeah. So that's why I think frauding every single fight, and I'm not even talking about 1% then. Usually if you talk about fraud, it's more than 1%. It's not possible. So I think the run have to be decent either way. But yeah, either way, like I said, this is crazy to beat this game Deathless without a sandbox. It's absolutely incredible. Yeah. We are doing a smaller challenge, I would say. It's absolutely not free. I'm doing that more for fun. After the regular run to play. Yeah. Have some fun in this game, but this is not free. Okay. But we are ready. For the first grunt on the top side, permanent tailwind will be on for the entire section here, for every single fight. Obviously also for the tag battle later on, but we'll not do the tag battle now. Okay. Was there a thing? I think we want to somehow go from here at the... Wait, let me just check that pretty... Are we blocking something here? Candy or something like that? Give me 1 second. Don't want to block anything. Just check on the dogs. We don't need a candy or anything for now. But some candies and some scales doesn't really matter. I don't care about that. So if it's only a scale, I just don't give a fuck. So just check that dogs here. That we are not blocking something. Because you will fight now. I think it was because of the encounter. Run Bun, item location. Because, like, you will fight them, and if you go back, Run will be on the regular position. Right? Maybe it is blocking something important. I think, if I remember that correct, it is only blocking the... So you can't get encounter if you don't. get it now, basically, after the first run. Hard scales. Yeah, we don't have any hard scales in Mount Pyre here. And rare candies, we have actually one northeast corner of the between two greystones here. Yeah, but we don't have a possibility to permanently. Okay, so it's written on Route 116 that you can possibly be permanently mitted. You have to take it straight up. Okay, you're ready to go. All right. Permanent tailwind up for this ground. Focus band, Gengar lead. And I don't know if there is a better counter here right now. And Donphan. Let's have Dazzling Beam, Explosion, Shadow Ball, and Sludge Wave. I remember in my regular run, I think I was even using. The cool part about my regular run was that I had Torterra, who could handle 2 mons in this in the end. That is not possible. So you have a slot problem here. And Arcanine would always kill this with Flare Blitz. But Focus Band. And if we get a special defense drop, it will go for Shadow Ball again. If we would get a crit, it would not be a problem, but if it's get a special defense drop, we just paid Shadow Ball again. Cool part generally is that explosion is really consistent. Oh, 10%. Will just boom. Okay? Unless it sees kill with something. A fast kill. Luckily, we have exactly knockoff with Donphan, and we never die to any move here. The move in the next turn could be a bit inconsistent, because we can get a special defense. Pretty sure if this low rolls, a special defense drop, like special defense drop, low roll, we can bait Energy Ball next turn. What is okay, not optimal, but it is okay. Knockoff on the Shadow Ball. This can also boom turn 1, by the way, but we just don't fucking care. Absolutely fine. We got the Citrus Berry, but also pre-damage basically for that. But if you get a special defense drop anyways, then we are baiting random away, so it doesn't really matter. Okay? This is always auxiliary. Thankfully not the Claw, because this would fucking like this Pokemon with Quick Claw in Permanent Tailwind. It's not. This is already not fair, but so we are not. It was always auxiliary. Either way, what happens here? And this auxiliary is Water Gem boosted Water Spot. Like resisted, some mons can die resisted. There's one really good Pokemon, really fucking strong Pokemon. I think there are a couple of mons like that, Ludicolo for example as well. But there's one really strong Pokemon against Water Moose. This is also Sniper, by the way. So yeah, if you're getting a crit, you are just done, okay? Thankfully, this is a never Energy Ball. By the way, Water Spot is doing really the same damage right now on the Donphan. So this is 178. This is never Energy Ball. Okay. So we will go to Kingdra, because Kingdra is one of the best mons against exactly Water Moose, and this is a Water move. But we'll always use the Water Gem here, what is really important. Go to Kingdra. We need 2 slots for this Pokemon already. That's the hard part. We go to Kingdra on the guaranteed Water move. Yeah, it's Octazooka or Water Spot. We don't really care which one. Okay. Look at this damage, by the way. 4 times resisted. And GMO Kingra. Oh my fucking goodness, you fucking asshole. It's absolutely okay. It's absolutely fine, this is calculated. Fucking asshole. Look at this face, man. How can you like this Pokemon? Okay. We are completely fine. We are never baiting water move again. What is the most important thing here? And believe it or not, that's why Beedrill is OP. Just OP. Nothing else to say about that. We are adamant. The moves this can use now on us is Sludge Wave or Energy Ball. Both moves are always fine and never kills us on a double crit. Pretty sure about that. Yeah, both moves on a double crit would never kill my beat. Because this is Sniper, we have to keep that in mind. And I mean, Sniper is not increased chance for critical hits, but we know how the AI works against us, so we have to play around that. We can switch to Beedrill here. Let me remove the Water Gem. Pretty important. Because it's still full life, but this is never, ever Water Spout again. This is Sludge Wave with overlapping rules, Energy Ball. So it's just random between this. And yeah, what I was saying is, believe it or not, Beedrill is actually after Tailwind fast. There's a Sludge Wave. Yep, okay. The Mega Evolve. We just check the speed here again, but if we are fucking up the speed here, we will wipe anyway. But yeah, the speed is completely fine. We can kill this with a crit here. It's absolutely okay. Go back. Mega Evolve, U-turn. Dynamic speed will activate. Obviously the water move again. Random move again, Octazooka, Water Spout. And the cool part is Water Spout is doing jack shit. Oh. That is nice crit, but it doesn't really matter. Because we can just go back to Kingdom, that's why we don't need this both mons. It absolutely doesn't really matter. So that's why I said it's absolutely fine, because we would just kill this with U-turn anyways. So Kingdra would switch again in on the water move. It can always tank the water move on a crit, even Octazooka, it doesn't really matter, Water Gem is gone. And always again bait Sludge Wave or Energy Ball. And we want to kill this with U-turn. Now, Magnezone is only here for one thing. For some reason it was really fucking hard to bait out Relicanth first here. And Donphan is just too tanky for that. So we will go to Magnezone to just bait out Relicanth. Magnezone is not doing anything in this fight most of the time outside of baiting out Relicanth now. And always consistent. It's not 100% EQ, but I will talk about that in a second. So let me just see Relicanth first of all. This is really important because we have explored. We are dead to max roll EQ here. Okay. So important to keep in mind is that we are only dead to max roll EQ. So this can Whirlpool on the switch. What is absolutely okay. Also calculated. But the problem is this Relicanth is it's not consistent. Don't exactly know for the next turn or like for the next Pokemon what will happen. We go to Meganium. We are Bold Nature and we always tank a EQ crit into a Head Smash crit. This is faster than us and it have a Bright Powder. Oh, we need to deactivate a Bright Powder with something. What is possible with a Lens or just simply Magical? We'll Magical Leaf here, and yeah, why this is inconsistent? Because this Head Smash can just miss. And then I think we can see a Sword Dance, oh sorry, Nasty Plot on the switch in. What is okay, most of the time. So Magical Leaf will always kill this. Even going for Whirlpool, that's also a problem. So yeah, we are not showing a kill. Head Smash could miss and it can just go for Whirlpool. Okay, critical hit obviously doesn't really matter here. So the last Pokemon is Skuntank. It's really fast. It have Sludge Bomb, Nasty Plot, Dark Pulse, and Explosion. And the this is the most inconsistent thing in this fight. Like, it's nearly impossible to wipe here, but it can happen then. Like, lose a Pokemon and be wiped, basically. So this is Nasty Plot or Sludge Bomb. We are still adamant with my Crocodile here. Because, if we go Careful Nature, for example, like plus Special Defensive, we have more overlapping rolls. And this can Dark Pulse flinch me to hell then. We, sadly enough, still have 2 overlapping rolls. And Dark Pulse is also resistant. But we can lose this matchup, sadly. There's a Sludge Bomb. If this is going for Sludge Bomb again, completely fine. Poison is okay. EQ always kills. We have a Citrus Berry. We need to be super unlucky to lose this now. There are 2 overlapping rolls with Dark Pulse. It needs to, first of all, choose Dark Pulse, flinch, and do it multiple times here. Okay? It's really unlikely. It needs to be, I think, 3 times in a row. Not calculating crits here. We also have a Citrus Berry. So this is absolutely unlikely. There's a Sludge Bomb. GG. Okay. Alright. Sadly enough, there was no other consistent way it's going to take here. I think this is more consistent than Torterra. Because there you have overlapping rolls as well. But Torterra is eating, I think, more damage. Because both moves are new. Right? And your battle armor and you're more safe again. But, yeah. Okay. First one is done. Alright, can I fly? I don't think so. Beerus can't fly. Okay, I have to run back. I have to change anyways one move. We don't need pre-damage for the fight. Don't need pre-damage for the next fight. The next fight is like we can argue about that if you want to say this is consistent what I have done some seconds ago. Next fight is more consistent outside of the first matchup because we don't exactly know how much damage we will take, but we can adapt to that. That's a cool part. Octillery got plot armor. I have thrown it as a sack like 4 times. Always lives. That was the case for my Gyarados, by the way, in my last EK run. I was throwing this actually into like every fucking shit in the Magma Hideout for a sack. Survived every single crit and was just fucking hitting the rolls as well. Yeah, sometimes it is like that in EK. And you just have to make the decision. That's why I was writing warning. You have to make the decision. And it's okay if you want to risk that, because this is still early game. You have to make a decision which Pokemon what you want to sack. And it's absolutely fine if you don't know that without experience. Because how should you know which Pokemon scales good or not? How should you know without experience, without watching VODs? It's just not possible, of course. yeah, making decisions is really important in my opinion in a game like EK. Which Pokemon is sackable, which Pokemon can actually die. Because if you lose Enter or Lantern there, I think this is bad, for example. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to make a decision. It is what it is. Yeah, losing learned, because they are just... You have a... That's also a good part. I think it's not the end of the world because it's a Sceptile run. But if you lose your Lantern or your Tenta, the non-Sceptile run, the rain splits are so fucking annoying. Okay, we have Amphi. I need a flyer, by the way, so get a flyer into the team. Straight up. Let me change the move I want to change. Change one move from the Okay, we want to have Brick Break for this fight. And we want to have that on MP. We will remove a Signal Beam because we can just teach that back. In this run at least. Usually you need to make a decision, so this is not an easy decision in a regular run, you know, but I can already tell you in a regular run, it would be probably the same decision. Maybe Power Gem, I'm not exactly sure, but I think Power Gem had more value in the regular run. Yeah. Don't want to remove Thunderbolt and Dragon Pulse for sure. You can always play with one flex slot where you can just teach Brick Break, Electro Web, Shockwave, because they are just reteachable TM. Because you can just buy them. Okay, so we have Amphi and I want to change the nature here to Relax. Because speed just fucking doesn't matter. Okay, Relax. Amphi is relaxed. Now we have Rhyperior. Don't need pre-damage, if I remember that correctly. We have a really cool situation in this fight, by the way. It's so fucking cool. I can't even explain how cool. This is so cool. Let me hope this works like I think. Nature and F2. And we have again Donphan. We'll do some nature changes here. We don't need to pre-damage, but I want to do some nature change. I think I want to be fish with Rhyperior as well. Don't need Adamant, that's why. Only read. Gyarados is already impish, I think. Check. Old Nature, and this will also be... you need Adamant, I think. Yeah, we are spending scales, we are eating the scales like Smarties. Impish Nature for Rhyperior. Change Nature. Eldegoss is Bold Nature. And I think it was Adamant for Donphan. We will check that out in a second. so what we need here. We have 14 scales only, but we have some of those in the bag for sure. In the box PC, we can just withdraw them because it's unlimited base. We don't need to worry about that, basically. But yeah, it's still crazy that we have spent so many scales. That's crazy. Okay, so we will use the Mega Emperor's Need here on Emperors. We have a Citrus Berry on Gyarados. Citrus Berry on Rhyperior. Citrus Berry on Nator. Citrus Berry on Eldegoss, and I think we need the soft sand. For some reason. We'll check that out in a second if this is... And I don't think it matters though, in hard switch. Okay. Up. Next. Don't need pre-damage for this fight. For the next fight we need a huge... That's a double battle in Tailwind. Not the tag battle, but we have a double battle before the tag battle. For us, let's change us to a Mega Breaker. Doesn't really matter in this fight, but... And... It's actually the soft sand. Crazy, but that's crazy. I think we don't need it. I think you're most likely fine with a Citrus Berry then, if you don't have a... Yeah, you can just play Berry then, because of Battle Armor. Okay. We're good to go. Let me hope my switch-in AI, post-KO switch-in AI is correct. Yeah, double Tailwind, that fight took a bit to actually count, because usually you want to bait fast kills on one slot, with Protect for example, and just kill with the other target. But because you are slower with the other target, you need to keep in mind that you sometimes need to eat 2 moves on one side. What makes double battle most of the time. I think we have a good solution, but it's not guaranteed. It's not 100%. We will talk about that in a second. Let me first of all do this. Doubles and Tailwind, I think you get a choice for an item there. What do you mean? Choice for an item? Oops, sorry. This is so cool, man. Like, seriously. Let's hope it works like I think. Yeah, exactly. There is one rare candy. I've checked that in the docs. But yeah, we don't need that right now. But yeah, you get a rare candy or tag battle then. Let me really hope that my knowledge here is fine. With the switch in AI, that's the most important thing. Okay. Okay. This is Sniper. And Light Clay. Only Sniper. But they have Snipe Shot and Hustler Pretty annoying. Nothing else to say about it. Good thing is, it will never flinch me to that here. Let's have screens. Light screen and reflect. And we have a special move and physical. That will increase defense. AI will just spamming screen. It's not guaranteed. Emperors is that tanky and tank some move even if this. And it's not. We Mega Evolve here. We resist both moves. And just Brick Break. We just spam Brick Break here, nothing else. And it will just set up screens. It can target me still with an attack. But it's really unlikely, first of all. And second of all, we tank every move really good here. Yeah, so Reflect, we just Brick Break here. We'll just spam Brick Break, basically. We'll never let any screens have up here after this. It's light screen, it's break. And it can, like I said, target me. It's possible. It's a super small chance, but it can happen. But just because we tank the moves so good, we don't even care about it. There's a snipe shot. This is high crit move, by the way. And we can see how much damage. Okay. And I think, if my knowledge is correct with switch and those AO switch should be now looks right. Because nothing have a kill. The AI is calcing only with 3 hits, I think. Okay, really good. Because the AI is calcing with 3 hits only. Because there is a Cloister with Skill Link and King's Rock in the back. It's so fucking annoying. But yeah. King's Rock, Cloister with Shell Smash in Permanent Tailwind, by the way. And I think that's the hardest Pokemon to play around in this fight. But yeah, we are not baiting it because the AI is still calcing only with 3 hits and not with 5 hits. And it doesn't see a kill on my Mega Emperors with Icicle Spear. But we see a slow kill, so the AI will never switch in here. Luxray is the first matchup that will outspeed me and not outdamage me exactly. But it just goes order because we are stronger than everything, basically. At least that is what the AI thinks. This is always superpower before the burn. This is Guts Luxray. It is unburned right now. So we know that exactly highest damage is superpower without the burn. Yeah, Zing Zap is 4-time resisted. Yeah, this is always exactly only and only superpower. We'll go to Gyarados. The cool thing here about Gyarados is that even if this crits, this is never Facade on the switch into something else back. And the cool part is we will give this an Intimidate. When this Intimidate is not consistent enough because and still. This is superpower. Also it will get a Death Drop, but that also doesn't matter. Having something like Torterra here is really strong, of course. Because Torterra would just fucking shit on this, of course. And there's a burn. Now this will use Zing Zap. Never Facade. Intimidated as well. We go to Rhyperior. So this superpower can still crit, of course. This is superpower after that. Rhyperior is fucking tanky. Rhyperior can tank every single move on a crit here. Even with Guts boost. Even without the Intimidate. Because crit would just ignore that. And we kill this, always survive, rock citrus, and never be in hard danger. There's a superpower. It should always be Cloister now. Oh, I'm not super sure about that, but I think it have to be. Because I have a slow kill on both mons in the back. We are not dead to any move here. That's crazy enough, by the way. But yeah, we should not be dead to any move here. It should still be Cloister. Yeah. Makes sense because... So, the good part is this can't Shell Smash. I have a kill with Head Smash. This can't Shell Smash here. This is really important. This is King's Rock, like I said. King's Rock Cloister. If this gets a Shell Smash off, you are done basically. If you don't have something like Vacuum Wave or something. So, this is always liquidation, I think. Yeah, it needs to be liquidation here. Even with 5 hits, Icicle Spear, it is lower damage than liquidation. So this needs to be liquidation here. Did I calc that already? Let me just check that again. This can't crit me. Because we have Hell Armor. And the really important part is don't let this set up fucking Head Smash. That's really fucking, like, the fight is over, basically. So if this would be a defense drop, we can't get crit here. If this would be a defense drop, it's fine. Because we still only bait a Rock Blast here. Rock Blast is also skilling move, will hit 5 times. And because we have a slow kill, it again can't Shell Smash. We have a slow kill with a Draco Meteor and Overheat here. We could survive this 5 Rock Blast as well with a Citrus Berry. No problem, but there is a chance that every single hit have a 10% chance to flinch us. What makes it, I think, I don't know if you can call it 50%, but this is Rock Blast, and now there's a cool part about this switcher. We have the permanent Tailwind up here. We have Eldegoss, and the ability from Eldegoss is broken here. It's okay. Every single hit will give this a speed drop here. This is so fucking cool. So this Cloyster will be slower than Slowbro in the end, basically. Nice crit, by the way. Nice crit. Double. From 3 hits, we have 2. Doesn't really matter. We always survive that. That's the only move we can always switch in without getting into danger. And we need this Cotton down, of course, because Eldegoss is not that fast, and we have the permanent Tailwind up. Not even proccing my Citrus Berry, by the way. Not even proccing my Citrus Berry, by the way. Yeah. That is GG. And just because we can. Be some. Here, buddy. No King's Rocks for you here. Okay, the last Pokemon is pretty straightforward. Strapian with Scope Lens, with high crit move, Sniper. We know that. We know that Pokemon already from Sterling Silver, of course. The Donphan is Battle Armor and can switch to double Aqua Tail. Even this is not even Aqua Tail. Can also switch into Sword Dance and always tank a move, always survive. Always take the poison, we don't fucking care about that. And always kill this with Soft Sand boost. You need to be Soft Sand here. I think we don't need. Yeah, I forgot about that. Because we have Ice Shard, we don't need that, but this doesn't matter. It just fucking doesn't matter. Okay. Now, the final fight before the tag battle. I think this fight is pretty annoying. It took a bit to basically think about this fight. We have obviously really nice mons with GMO stats. But just this Tailwind and double is absolutely annoying. Let's make sure. It's not 100% consistent. There's like small stuff. We'll talk about that in a minute. We have to do some pre-damage for the fight. Yeah. So this is the last fight now. Let's concentrate. Then I will calc for the tag battle for probably a while. Oops. Because this tag battle is really fucking hard. All Gucci, boys. Away the berries. So we need Hydreigon. It's a really strong Pokemon here in this fight. We need Togedemaru. Nidoqueen. Golly. Lazzle. And Excadrill. Okay, we want to have some nature changes here. Hydreigon will stay like that. Yeah, you can stay like that as well. Your nature doesn't really matter. We will remove the Impish nature from Togedemaru here. Because Impish is just not helpful here right now. And we will just go for... Careful. Careful is also not nice. Because of Aura Sphere damage. Yeah, let's just go... It doesn't really matter, let's go Adamant. Nidoqueen. All of this 3 months will be plus special defensive. Change nature. Calm nature. Calm down. Change. Oops, not nickname. Not giving nicknames in this run. Usually I give nicknames, but I just CBA in this run actually. Lazzle is also calm nature. And Excadrill is careful. Okay. Now really important, we have to do a decent amount of pre-damage on some mons here for double battle. But we can first of all give the items already. Let's hope every prep here will be correct, because we can straight up... In a double battle you can straight up lose a Pokemon, and that means the run is basically done. Citrus Berry here. Berry here as well. Everything else is Citrus here, I think. Just for the safety. Need to do pre-damage on 2 mons exactly here. Let me export my team first of all. Heart rate is pretty high right now. I don't like this fight. Because one small AI mistake and I'm done. One small misplay, AI, like... some bugs we don't know about. I'm even playing around one bug I'm pretty sure exists. So double is active. Open this up. This is fine. Oh, we only... Let's be really careful with that. Togedemaru needs to be pre-damaged to 138 HP. Let's make it sure that this is correct. This is correct. 135, sorry. 135 HP. My Togedemaru needs to. So pre-damage. Slot 2, 135. Check it out. That's correct. Golly, this is a bit more complicated now. Golly will eat this move. I need a calculator, sorry. I could write that down before, I think, but yeah. Plus 50. Plus my Golly needs to be on 195 HP. 3 damage. Dot 3. 195. Again. Let's double check that. 50, 34, and 111. Yeah. That should be fine now. That we should be good to go. Okay. Let me check the moveset again from my Togedemaru. Yeah, we need nothing else. Okay. Okay, let's do it. We have the lifer. Wow, this is again the wrong section. I mean, I cannot run into a wrong trainer, but it is what it is, I guess. Okay. All right. Time for the last fight. I think the rare candy is on the right side. I don't think I care that much. If we miss the rare candy for now, because we can take that later. Because every entity here will appear after the tag battle. But we will just try to get that right now, okay? Will probably not matter because I have 7 candies in the bag, and we will hopefully not need more than 7 candies for the tag battle. Okay. Absolutely fucking... If we would have Draco Meteor right now, by the way, this fight would be slightly more consistent. Don't even need the life orb then, but... Alright. Yabadabadu. So the last test before the tag battle is a double battle. I was really careful with this. I hope that my knowledge is okay here. So the tailwind is up again. It's super annoying. Dracovish is not seeing a kill on Hydreigon. And usually Dracovish is seeing a kill with and on Togedemaru from full thing. And this move is the first turn. And playing around. That's why Togedemaru is more pre-damage than it needs. Cool part is it doesn't really matter for anything here. will always Dragon Pulse kill this Dracovish. Slots doesn't really matter here because we have 2 mons on the left side, 2 mons on the right side. But it doesn't really matter in which slot which Pokemon is. We will always bait Basculine next turn anyways because we are killing the left side here. The Dragon Pulse should always kill this Dracovish by far. Life Orb boost, we don't need the Life Orb for this one. And both are also seeing a fast kill here. So there also should not be any fake out shenanigans from Toxicroak. With Spiky Shield. Both will get a small amount of chip damage from the Iron Barbs, what is fine. Yeah, Aura Sphere. Don't fail. Okay. I'm not. I mean, I'm pre-damaged even more than we need, but yeah, we need to be safe for that. Okay, this is Basculine now. We get a bit of Life Orb damage. It's fine. We are still not in range of any move from Toxicroak, and still not in range of this Basculine. Basculine is Choice Banded and only have Liquidation. This is Adaptability Choice Banded Liquidation. It kills Togedemaru from full life. So this is always Liquidation. And now there is one thing what is not nice. We have to adapt because this Dragon Pulse have 1 roll to miss. I am not using my Dark Gem here because I could go Dark Gem and kill the Dark Pulse. I'm not doing that. I want to save my Dark Gem for this run, especially because I know how strong the Dark Gem can be for the E4. Yeah, if you would have Draco Meteor, that would be obviously. It can survive 1 roll. It's fine if this happens. It's not super steerable like a Steer, but it's not nice. So we will Dragon Pulse the Basculine here. We want to kill this. Both are faster again, so both will target my Golly this turn because we will switch out. Let's go back. Dragon Pulse the Basculine. And Togedemaru will switch out to Golly Support. Golly Support is pre-damage, so the lowest roll from Aura Sphere and the lowest roll from Liquidation will always put me into emergency exit. If Aura Sphere crits, it's okay. We will never proc the emergency exit and we can always take the Liquidation before proccing them. We're still not in range of Toxicroak. There is the Liquidation. Oh yeah, we're taking the Liquidation first. Would be okay. I think. I even forgot that we're taking the Liquidation first. Yeah, we could go to Nidoqueen, I think. Yeah, Nidoqueen would be a thing. But now we can go to Togedemaru. What is better, of course. Okay, there's 1 roll this can survive. Oh my god. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's fucking okay. It's okay, guys. It's okay. So Hydreigon is still not in range, okay? Hydreigon is still not in range of any move here. We have to U-turn this turn because Basculine will take damage from the Spiky Shield. And we need to position in. Liquidation should always give this Basculine Iron Barbs damage, right? I'm pretty sure about that. Just in case we are still U-turning on Basculine. Let me just confirm after 2 life orb ticks. Yeah, we are still far away from Toxicroak range with my. It's pretty bulky. Hydreigon is pretty bulky. Dragon Pulse crit kills this Toxicroak. We can't Dragon Pulse here. And this Toxicroak is focus banned, by the way. That's the hard part about this last 2 months now. Both of the last months are focus banned. So we will U-turn just in case if I'm missing the part that I cannot even fake out it. Yeah, because yeah, we will just die then. So U-turn and spiky shield. Pretty sure this will take damage from iron barbs now because of yeah, exactly. So this will die, and that's why we just U-turn here to get the switch move. Even this is pretty good. So basically, we could play around that right now because we would switch anyways with Hydreigon to Salazzle. So keep in mind, every Pokemon is faster here right now from the AI. We have to slow Encore this now into Aura Sphere. We will Encore, the Toxicroak is faster. It will only Aura Sphere on Togedemaru here. And we will switch to my Golly again. There is Aura Sphere. There's a cool part about this now. If this crits, I think we can proc the emergency exit, but that is okay. So there's a slow Encore into Toxicroak. And we will Toxic this because of focus band. We can, I think, go for an Aqua Jet here. Is this Dry Skin? Or is it Poison Touch? Does it really matter? Don't think so. Let's go for first impression. Cannot kill this right now, even if this is the case, it's fine. Position right now is completely okay. So Toxic and first impression. I cannot switch out here because Salazzle. I have a slow. Maybe it can actually. So there is the emergency exit again. There is the Toxic. Okay, what we are doing now is pretty cheesy. So Flamethrower, that is Aura Sphere, right? I think the next 83 HP. The next crit would put me into Grass Knot range as well. What is, I think, okay. So we can just do it different. Okay. We have to adapt for the Raichu in the back. We will Flamethrower here. Fake out. I think this kills. Yeah, this will kill. This was not focus band proc, by the way. But it would always die here, okay. It's fake out, always. Always fake out. We can slow Encore this. We are never dead to any move here. with any Pokemon. This is Thunderbolt, Fake Out, Helping Hand, and Grass Knot. So this will fake out either target here, I think, because it's turn 1. And we try to Encore. And we Spiky Shield. Could also switch out. I don't think it matters that much. Ah, okay, it's not going on Salazzle, it's okay, it's fine. Oh, critical hit. We like to see that, of course. But this is Thunderbolt. Both targets, Thunderbolt. Yeah, that's why I said it doesn't really matter. We're getting the free switch in anyways, okay? So the problem is we can't Toxic this one, because it's faster. Thunderbolt, crit is never killing me. We could technically just lock this into Thunderbolt and try at least. Let me check that we are still really not dead. 76 HP. Oh, sorry. 166. Thunderbolt crit. Oh, we are dead actually. 81 is highest roll. Yeah, the fake out crit made it possible that we will die. Okay, no, we are not going for it. This fake out crit was making obviously possible that Thunderbolt crit. Oh yeah, fuck you. So we are just going to Nidoqueen and Excadrill. And now we have the situation where I was talking about. There is a small chance that we wipe here. Chance is super fictional because we are taking 0 damage from the Spycho base. This is Grass Knot. All base. Can't do anything yet. And my mons can survive, each of them can survive like 4 or 5 Grass Knots, approx. But Focus Band can proc technically 10 times in a row. It would be a 1 in the 10,000, 1 billion. That. It will much short to make this slower here. Maybe even rapid speed. That's a Grass Knot. Got a Poison Touch. That's so good! Okay, so we don't need to worry any more about this fucking shit. Okay, alright. That was rapid spin damage, by the way. You saw the rapid spin damage from Excadrill. Okay. Yeah, we can't lose this anymore. It would be possible, like 1 into 1 billion maybe. We saw the damage on Nidoqueen. We have Citrus Berry with both ones. We are also slowing this down. So Excadrill is at some point faster anyways, even with Tailwind. Because I used Rapid Spin already. I'm not sure. I'm not faster right now. There is a crit! Respect the crit, but it was fine, of course. And no Focus Band. Oh my god. We don't want to catch the Pokemon right now, by the way, because there's also a permanent Tailwind up here for catching the fucking Pokemon. Absolute CBA. I mean, we can throw a Master Ball anyways, but I think the rare candy is somewhere here. But I'm not absolutely sure about that. Maybe I just missed the rare candy now anyways. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm not missing it permanently, by the way. It's just for now. Maybe I missed that. But that's okay. We could go for the encounter. Fucking serious. Right. You know what? Let's just do it. Wait, I can't do it. If I run back I have to do it with this team. Oh, this team is not good for catching the encounter, dude. No. Fuck that shit. I will do it later. Fuck that shit, man. This team is not good. We have some dark mons, we have ice mons. The problem is also it will be a bit harder to run away because we can choose the encounter and it will be Absol. Catching is not the problem because we are using in this challenge the Master Balls. Because it's not like if the first Pokemon dies, I can't catch anything else. Until I'm not catching a Pokemon on a route, I can always try again. So we can just play with Master Ball, right? To just save the time, basically. Because it is just better for the content to make it faster. But we can still lose a Pokemon. That's possible. And in Permanent Tailwind, we are having maybe trouble. I think the Permanent Tailwind counts. Not exactly sure, but it counts for the speed, probably. But I'm not exactly sure about the mechanic. And we might have problems to run away. If you don't want to have that encounter spell. Need to set up the team better than that. Because ice moves are destroying my asshole here right now. Sorry for the toxic word, but okay, but that's it. Small stream again, over 1 hour, like 3 fights only, but I'm pretty happy. My team just won today. I fight this. And now I have to prep for the tag battle. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next streams, next days.